The X books. We're starting. We only have 2.
All right.
We have S.W.O.R.D is the first one. This is S.W.O.R.D number 1, brand new series. It is what you think it is. It's based around the mutants that are now inhabiting the S.W.O.R.D station. And it turns out this is basically the mutants' NASA. I like it. I like that they have like their own little subsections versions of our government where they have their own NASA now. So Abigail Brand, as we remember from Empire, has stepped down from her role as the leader of Alpha Flight and has gone back to the mutants to head up this mutant NASA. And she's got a bunch of mutants under her beck and call. They all have. There's like a hierarchy involved, a very structured hierarchy, which I thought was pretty cool up top. We'll get into them as the story continues. The issue starts off with Magneto pulling up, and he doesn't take a gate. He encases himself in a metal ball and metals himself up over to the S.W.O.R.D station, which is pretty cool. And they're asking him, "Is like, yo, why'd you do that? Why didn't you just take a gate?" And he's like, "Because I'm the GOAT, and goats don't take the easy way out."
That was essentially what he said.
Yeah.
Wasn't word for word, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah, he's basically like, yo,
something slick about challenging yourself and forgetting and not thinking we have limits or whatever. It was very poetic. But guess what? You got to buy the comic and read that shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna get our version
for sure.
You're not reading along already.
Yeah, he starts moving the S.W.O.R.D station itself. I don't know why.
Very gangster.
But just to fucking flex. He's like,
oh, and hard flex.
And everybody's like, yo, how are you doing this with that much? You're not even breaking a sweat. He's like, yeah, next I'm going to try to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. And I'm like, what a fucking beast.
It's called partner, but it should be called gangster.
I love Magneto, dude.
That is Eric, huh?
Yeah, Eric. So Abigail pulls up and, they start talking. She basically introduces him to her team. One of them is the Whiz Kid. His ability, he's a technopath. He's able to not only talk to technology as we know it, but he's able to manipulate Krakoan technology.
And mutant technology. We'll learn more about that.
Yep. So yeah, they're walking around, taking the tour. Abigail Brand makes it very clear. Is like, look, I know you brought me up here with you think that like, yeah, I'm not here to work for Krakoa right now because we're in space. So this is more than about just our nation. It's about pretty much the whole universe I have to worry about, this galaxy.
Yeah, definitely this galaxy. She points out the sun itself and says, yeah, this one, the Milky Way, our immediate situation. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. That's why we are running S.W.O.R.D.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'm just saying.
And you know what I like about
mutant
this?
Workers, mutant technology, you're a mutant.
No, yeah, you're right. But
I get it. At first I thought Abigail was kind of just being a stick in the mud type of gal, but I do realize that she did have a grander point. Like, she's like, you guys are thinking small. Mm-hmm. And Magneto's like, we're doing what we need to do, but yeah. I understand your point.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a point that I think about a lot with sci-fi stories or like space stories. Wherever they go to a planet, there's no like countries ever. They never talk about the countries. Everything on that planet is one, essentially. So when you like the Kree and the Skrull, there's no like Kree country that acts independently of the Kree. Oh, Josh, you're gone.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Okay. Yeah. There's no Skrull nation that does the same. So what Abigail's trying to say is that like people that don't live on our planet, they don't think in terms of nations and shit. They think about solar systems. So that's how I got to think as well. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, we meet Frenzy as well, who just bodied a Skrull soldier, their Skrull ambassador. And it's interesting. This is an interesting point where he's there to talk about the king, Billy. Not Billy. Billy's not the king. Billy's the wizard. The
made a really good point about it, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So
the king, it didn't occur to me.
This whole thing
Anyway.
really spins out of Empire, which I kind of appreciate because it gives more meaning to Empire as
Yeah.
opposed to other events.
Absolutely.
But for those of you who don't know, the Kree and the Skrull have merged. They are now kind of like flying under one flag. Their king is Hulkling, who is a Kree and Skrull hybrid. His boyfriend Billy is the son of Wanda and the grandson of Magneto, incidentally.
Granddaughter, yeah. Oh, yeah, grandson.
Yeah. So
One thing I want to know if you know off the top of your head is Wanda a mutant or not?
I think she's back to being mutant. I'm not sure. Because she wasn't human for a while because like Marvel didn't have the rights. So they
said that they said that that she is okay.
So, but I don't know if they really made that transition back.
I'm gonna do a little bit of research on that myself because
Brian, are you
or
able
maybe
to-
Brian, maybe you could look up.
Are you able to
real quick,
Google,
see if like recent history of like
Yeah.
Wanda Maximoff's
Is the Scarlet Witch a
status.
mutant? You could just Google
you
that.
could do that too. I guess you don't have to use a government name. Well, anyway,
yeah. So basically, he says that the court wizards, Billy's mom, what's his name, Wiccan's mom,
Wiccan,
is kind of an outsider, and and obviously he's not gonna fucking ignore his mom, and he basically delivers the message is like he considers it a great shame that the mutants of Krakoa do not embrace Wanda, even though like I get like it's kind of a hard thing to do because like she wiped out all of them for a couple months. Brian, did you find the
So, yeah, it says that she's human genetically altered by the High Evolutionary Sorceress.
and that's like comic her or
Formerly disguised as a mutant, it says.
all right. Yeah,
That's what the race says.
Josh, I don't think I can hear you. I think are you muted?
Yeah.
yes, I was muted. My bad, guys. I didn't say much. I was saying that how I didn't hear the first part, but essentially she's not a mutant as things are right now.
Technically not.
She's like a genetically altered human.
Yeah, they call
Okay.
Basically.
they
And
call
so
her
is
the Pretender.
Quicksilver? He's not a mutant.
Let me see.
Well, they call her the
Well,
Pretender,
sure.
and I guess that's why. Is that like because she has the genetic properties of a mutant without being an organic, like born
Ah.
mutant.
Yeah, he's the same.
Same with Franklin, apparently.
Yeah, because Quicksilver is also was also named an Inhuman for a while. Franklin, I think he's a born mutant because of what happened with Sue and
No, just
Right.
recently they confirmed that he's not
okay.
in the pages of the latest Fantastic Four. I guess neither of us read. I read it. I mean, but I know I see you didn't.
No,
it's
I didn't.
kind of
I'm a little
kind of
behind
big
on
drop.
Fantastic
We're gonna
Four.
have to talk about that eventually.
But in any
That's
case,
huge implications. Yeah. Anyway,
more of the team is revealed. This guy Fabian Cortez has also introduced himself. He's like, "My lord, half of the people on this ship used to work for Magneto when he was a villain. It seems." I think that's where they
I
get
did
it.
not know that.
I think like a lot of them used to because he's familiar with all of them, or most of them. He even meets this guy named Peeper, who is basically Eye Boy, but he doesn't have that many eyes. He only has two
Oh,
eyes.
okay. You can see through different spectrums and
Yeah.
even through a different reality and stuff.
Yeah, we get a more intricate breakdown of what this place is about, and there's what the structure is and what this team really is. Cable is head of security, and he has a bunch of like I guess brawler-esque mutants under him. But
Yeah.
what they're working on here at the S.W.O.R.D station is they're improving mutant technology, and what the first of their experiments is this thing called that surrounds these 6 mutants. These 6 mutants there's like 5 teleporters, and there is a control guy, which is WizKid, who's technopath, ability to align and adjust with mutant circuits in operation. Fabian Cortez, who's an energy augmenter, he can boost, I guess, powers to a degree. There's Armor's in this. I guess she's not with the New Mutants right now. Armor is like there to provide an exoskeleton so they can travel to very
Yeah,
intense,
through the harshest realities.
environments.
Because they're, you know, I'm kind of jumping the gun here, but their goal is not to just jump through different points in the universe, but to warp to different realities. And stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
who
it gets
knows what
crazy.
the fuck is on the other side, right? Better have some armor.
Mm-hmm. We have Peter Quinn, whose ability is, you know, spectrum, telescopic, microscopic, you know, all that stuff. Eye boy, but with less eyes. There's Risque, who does an implosive field generator, condenses from high density Kirban fields found inside of the blank. There's a lot of redacted points of this.
Yeah, there is.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and there are a bunch of teleporters as well to teleport them to the place, and these guys are to travel the place they get teleported to. So essentially, they go on their first mission, so to speak, and they kind of break down the process. The power strengthens the shield. The shield protects the six, and the six stand at the shore. And they enter this weird, crazy Mysterium Tremendium, elemental cosmic heart, white hot room of secret fire.
These are all Marvel cosmic references.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
By the way, yeah, to actual things. Some are I guess teasers, but others are kind of like a call out. I can't name all of them.
Yeah, it's Mysterium.
However,
elemental cosmic heart, white hot fire, white hot room of secret fire, Excelso Prey Omnibus Alice, and they're all there. They're all protected by armor. The power now touches the eye, who's Peepers, and now he can use his powers to just basically be omnipresent or omniscient, if that's the better word. And he points out exactly what they're trying to get. They get closer, and there's this little like pyramid. They grab it and they bring it back.
Yeah, at the center of this fucking blue star.
Mm-hmm. And the teleporters bring them straight back. They basically broke the laws of fucking physics to get there, but yeah, they got it. Whatever it is they want, they got. They were looking
Al
for.
Ewan, man, holy shit! This is like giving me the immortal like Immortal Hulk vibe,
Mm-hmm.
like when they was. Remember when they had the One Below All talking,
yeah.
and it was like in those statements.
Yeah,
This is gonna be big.
yeah.
I mean, come on, man, multiversal shit.
Yeah,
Hickman.
They got their cool pyramid, and that's the end of the issue. The first mission is a success.
Bro, they ripped the heart out of a star and came back to S.W.O.R.D. Like, yeah, we got it.
Oh man, wow. This was a way bigger issue than I thought it would be. Because not only does this really have implications for the X books going forward, this also has an effect on the Marvel Universe going forward. Because as we know from the end of Empire, eventually the S.W.O.R.D team fucks up the entire Kree Skrull armada, or is there at their demise at least. So I wonder, man. One of the things I appreciate about this, and by the way, this is my certified very good issue of the week.
Oh, same. VGI.
Certified VGI.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this was crazy. Al Ewing has. I'm glad that he was brought aboard because I know he has experience with these kinds of stories. He wrote the Ultimates. I never read it, I think. He wrote the Ultimates with Blue Marvel and a few other of these cosmic heroes doing stuff.
Nice.
So,
of course, Immortal Hulk, like I mentioned earlier as well.
Immortal Hulk, one of our favorites.
Which that alone, I mean,
mm-hmm.
you ain't have to tell me nothing else.
Yeah, very excited to see where this goes.
You know, it's what this issue did for me was kind of get me excited for what's to come.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did with this.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to think of S.W.O.R.D. I just kind of thought it was like, oh, is this Hickman feeling his thirst, desire to use certain characters and be uppity in a station? You know, kind of how he was. I don't know, like be real pretentious.
Be uppity in a station.
It can get a little pretentious, you know?
Yeah,
especially with this Abigail chick, because all I've seen from her is sass and just never being happy. I've never seen her happy.
Not a single moment of her being happy.
I actually listened to a little breakdown about her on my guy, Comic Book Harold. I'm going to keep giving him shout outs. Y'all should check him out too. And anyone listening,
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
very knowledgeable. Come to us for the fun times. Go to him for the information. If you really got the
Yeah.
But she's a big deal.
Yeah.
Abigail.
Brian, I think you're doubling this.
What?
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm hearing myself double.
Oh wait, I think we're
We
good.
added
now.
that.
A lot of weird technical difficulties this episode. But in any case, yeah, I mean, what I appreciate about S.W.O.R.D is that it just goes. One of the best things about this X-Men run is that although every book is kind of required and annoying in that way, it's also like no book is like the other. It's not like every book focuses on a separate aspect of Krakoa, and it's a really epic undertaking. I appreciate it. But in any case, that was S.W.O.R.D. Very great issue. Huge fan. We move on to our second X book, Marauders number 16. The cover says it all. This is one of the most honest covers I've ever seen, honestly.
Second to the John losing.
We start off with Bishop and Storm talking about, Bishop is still investigating this murder. He just like, yo, I just learned.
As they should have. I mean, shit, because the killer was
I thought they would have all
large.
told him by now. Like, I thought like they would have been like, yo, yeah, it was Sebastian. Because Kitty's been back for a minute.
That, right? Like, they didn't even decide to let the detective know, yo, just...
Yeah, just so you don't go all the way out to Madripoor again to pick up evidence. It was Sebastian. But yeah, he's confronting Storm. He's like, yo, so just because he's on the council, he gets away with it? And Storm's like, no. And it
he will not.
Turns out, because of 10 of Swords, they delayed his punishment. Like, there was bigger fish to fry at the moment, so they couldn't exactly pull up to his house and give him his punishment then. But they're more than ready now. Emma Stone, I keep calling her Emma Stone. Emma Frost and Kitty Pryde pull up to Sebastian's lair, who's just chilling in front of the fucking fireplace, sipping, just like, yes. I'm so evil, I'm such a boss. And then he pulls up to the door after hearing it knock. Kitty Pryde just socks him twice with her cool tattoo knuckles. And yeah, the rest of this issue is just really shitting on Shaw. They shoot him first. They got rid of his powers somehow. And they just torture him for a little bit. They kick him in the nuts. They're just like... They fuck up his booze. They throw his fucking scotch in the fire, and that's
his scotch that he got that was handed to somebody from the Queen of fucking wherever in the fire. Dunzo. And your nuts is gone too.
Yeah, he pulls up his fists and is about to show Kitty Pryde who's boss, but Kitty just like goes straight through him with her powers and strikes him in the neck, gives him that cool like action movie neck.
Does she?
Yeah, she hits him with
yeah, she does. She goes right through his hands. Bow.
Yeah. There's a movie that did that. I forget which one, but it was pretty good. Yeah, so he's just like Emma Frost gives him a deal. It's like, okay, so we can either tell on you to the council and you'll be banished along with Sabretooth, or we can just settle it amongst ourselves. And Sebastian Shaw is like, fuck that, and he runs away. He tries to run out of the window. He throws himself out of the window. He falls to the ground. Glob Herman walks past. Is like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And Kitty Pryde just phases out of the door, says, "Hi, Glob, bye, Glob," and then just pulls him back in. He's like, "Ah!"
Man, then Glob gets the fuck up out of there. He's like, "I don't want to know."
I thought this was one of
damn thing.
This was one of my favorite pages of the week.
He ain't nosy.
It was really funny.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna go and tell, but
no, he was like,
that's not really in his character.
Nah, yeah, he's like, nah, fuck that. I'm not getting involved.
Oh no, hold on.
I don't even like Sebastian like that. Never mind. So yeah, Kitty Pryde just like drags him back. I keep calling her Kitty. I'm not used to it. Sorry, Kate. Kate drags him back in and drops him to the ground.
You could call her Kitty. She said Sebastian can't call her that.
That's true.
You good money, bro.
So yeah, Sebastian tries to twist it and be slick, and he's like, "I was actually doing you a favor by murdering you in cold blood."
he really tried to smooth that one, man. Like, yo.
He said, I did you a
desperate.
favor. We didn't know if you were really a mutant or not because you couldn't get through the gates, and now you know. And now you can be
You know for
resurrected.
sure. He said, I gave you that information. You should be... Did he say you should be thanking me?
Yes. Yes, he did. He did say that. He said, you should both be thanking me. He's like, I confirmed that you were a mutant. Aren't you happy? And obviously they're not.
He said, I freed you. You are better than you were before.
In theory,
I hope
guess.
you understand why I did what I did, and I humbly ask you to forgive me. You murdered her. You shot this bitch point blank. Your own partner.
with a smile on your face.
Y'all had beef before. Oh my god.
With a
man.
smile on your face.
Own,
You killed her dragon,
your
too.
fellow council member. Yeah, niggas is on the same. Yeah, they're both on. They're all three of them on the spring.
They're on the same team.
She's from your quarter, my nigga. If anything, you should have. Oh god, he's such a dumb ass hater. I hope they take him off the fucking seat
Oh, man.
eventually, because we.
Well, it gets worse because after all of this,
Yeah.
they're like, that wasn't your... We're not done yet. And that's when Storm pulls up with Lockheed, who he also tried to murder. And Lockheed, with the precision of an Uchiha, rips his eye out with his teeth.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck.
Chia snatch.
Yeah. So, Kitty pours out a glass. He says, we cool, right? And he's like, all right, we cool. And then he takes a drink and they're like, oh, Lockheed wasn't your punishment. This is your punishment. So basically they poisoned his booze, that cup that he just gave him, with the Verandi poison that would have been given to other people. And they were like, okay, so here's the deal. If you survive, you'll just, you'll learn to behave yourself, basically. We own you now. So, if you survive, do that. If you die, we'll just not resurrect you for a while.
But mad long. To the point that you'll probably lose all of your connections and power that you thought you had. You're gonna lose all your seat in the counts. All of that, man. It's like you're done, Zoe. Either ours or you're done.
Yeah. Sebastian Shaw survives that night, crazily enough. And they're like, wait, where's the chair from the spring side? And they pull up. Sebastian Shaw is...
chair.
Yeah. Sebastian Shaw seems paralyzed, so they're pushing him in on a wheelchair.
In the first panel, he's just kind of like, you can't really tell what's going on. Yeah, right? He's just like, the eye eat ass face.
It's really funny.
Yo,
this was a great issue.
And they even have a vote. It comes to a vote, yo, because they're like, what happened? And then the others are like, man, I don't know. We ain't going to talk about it. And it was like, nah, we got to vote about this shit.
Yeah, we got to vote on whether we hear about what happened to Shaw. Magneto votes yes. Charles Xavier votes yes. Mr. Sinister votes hell yes.
Hell yes.
Exodus votes yes. Mystique says nah.
Storm is like, no.
No. Nightcrawler doesn't even know what to do. This is the weirdest start to his day, where he's like, yes?
I guess. I am curious.
And all three members of the spring side say no. Including
if you
Shaw.
notice Sebastian Shaw's speech bubbles, it's kind of like twiggly. I think that like he slurred.
Yeah, he's like,
He's like, no.
And he said, but it ends in a sinister tone because Sebastian Shaw says, where deadlock disappears. Obviously, my body has been hurt, but my spirit has not dimmed. Fear not, in any state, I remain a humble servant of Krakoa. Sinister.
It is sinister, but I also in my head canon right now, until I'm proven wrong. I mean, obviously he's a snake and weasel, and he's gonna probably always try to violate. But I want to believe he's like, oh yeah, I learned my lesson. I played myself. I'm ready to really play my hand in this. Like, I'm good. Don't worry, guys.
No.
Because he got embarrassed. That's really what happened. Because he knows that if they ever told the truth, he's done with Krakoa.
Yeah.
I think he's just happy to still be around.
Oh no,
he's
for
like,
sure.
It's cool. I can deal with this.
He's playing along 100% because, like, the alternative is he gets saber-toothed You know, where they like Brian. You don't know what you commit.
I know what happened to
Sabretooth's
Sabretooth.
butt buddy.
Okay, yeah,
in
so they-
fucking,
you
in
commit
the snow place.
a crime egregious enough on Krakoa, they basically put you in an underground purgatory. So it's, it's
I've,
not
I've
great.
seen that.
It's either underground purgatory or never-ending falling pit.
Yes.
Both sound horrible.
And
Imagine falling for dumb long.
Sabretooth is
like
still
5
falling, I think. He's right now.
kids. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's a never-ending pit, if it's just the dark place he's in.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We
We
don't
don't know
know.
yet.
But that was man, Marauders I liked. I like a lot more talking about it with you guys. I think that was they're both very fun issues of X Books today.
He had his ass beaten coming to him for a
Ooh,
long time.
yes.
Man. So I was just happy that they finally delivered on that.
Real satisfying. You know how like Oda would sometimes like make a rich douchebag character just so he can fuck them over later. That was what
Yeah.
this was. But in any case, that was the X Books. Very fun reads. The Reign of Swords is off to a good start.